Welcome back, Swag Team. It's your boy, the Swagologist, back with another SwagU TV review, and today we are doing The Mandalorian, Chapter 5, The Gunslinger. Now, we are past the halfway mark of the show, and I'm loving it so far. Really love what they're doing with this show. Nothing really aggravated me. But this episode, it didn't it didn't wow me or anything. I wasn't really super excited about it, but it did have some really awesome nostalgia points. I mean, this was a nostalgia fest of an episode, and it's like a kind of a side mission type episode. I mean, we start off with the Mandalorian, some kind of, I guess you would consider that a dogfight, but whatever. He's fighting against this other ship. The ship was attacking him because, as we've seen in the Sanctuary, the hunters, the Bounty Hunters Guild, and everybody's out to get Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian, live or dead, I'm guessing. So he's getting attacked. He's flying out. He's flying around. He gets by the dude, and the dude, there was a little bit of cheese, but I mean, Star Wars has some cheese in it with lines, you know what I'm saying? Some fatherly, like, dad jokes and everything. And they, dude has said, I could bring you in hot or I could bring you in cold. But then Mando was like, boy, stop. Went around, popped him in the back. I was like, that's my line, and destroyed him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of cheese, but, I like my Star Wars with a little bit of cheese. Maybe some crackers too, you know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed that. It didn't bother me. But yeah, this episode was another side mission, which is not like a bad thing. This show has sort of like a video game format, which I still, like I said, love with this show, where you got to do this thing to get this thing, and you got to go here to get this and everything like that, which is not a problem at all for me. I love that type of storytelling. Of course, I'm a gamer. But anyways, we go to Tatooine, and like I said, it is a nostalgia fest for prequels with the pit droids all the way to the Mos Eisley to go to the cantina, and they did the same shots from New Hope in cantina. You really felt those vibes in there, which was really cool. But this episode is mostly about the Mando helping out this young up and coming bounty hunter, this fresh new boot, as it were, for the Bounty Hunters Guild, and he's trying to get in the Bounty Hunters Guild, and the only way he can do that is if he gets the cavalry, Agent May from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, that's not her, but it's her, you know what I'm saying? It was lit. I loved seeing her in this episode later on. It was really awesome. But yeah, we find out that he's looking for her because she's a high bounty, and like a very high bounty that they're looking for. And if he can get her, the young bounty hunter that's trying, like this new bounty hunter, then he can get actually officially put in the Bounty Hunters Guild, and that's what he's trying to do. So he asked the Mando to help. Mando decides to come aboard. Mando's kind of like, you can't tell, like, Mando right now, we know that Mando's sort of a good guy, you know what I'm saying? But we're not really fully sure whether he's a good guy, you know what I'm saying, all the way sometimes. So then I guess that bounty hunter, the new bounty hunter, this guy that's trying to be a bounty hunter's guild, figured that out basically, because when he asked him to give him the fob, well, not the fob, the little finder. I'm gonna call it a finder for right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about, though. The little thing that goes boop 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 boop. You know what I'm saying? When he asked him to take that, he was like, nah, bro, and he broke it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say nah, bro, but that's what he said in his head, and he broke it. And he's like, it's all in here, so you stuck with me, because he's learning. He's a young, bounty hunter, but he's learning along the way. You know what I'm saying, of their traits and stuff like that. Funny thing about Mando that I keep saying throughout this whole series so far and reviews is that he's not really good on this whole fatherly thing. He's like, keeps leaving young Baby Yoda by himself on the ship, thinking he's just gonna be all fine and dandy. And because of that dogfight he had at the beginning of the episode, he had to leave his ship with this lady who had the pit droids from the pod races and stuff in Tatooine back in the day in episode 1, Phantom Menace. Like, he had to leave it with her, but he's like, no droids, of course, because he has a thing about droids. He doesn't like droids, and she respects that, so she's like, okay, I won't have droids on there. But then, like I said, once he's going to the cantina, you know what I'm saying, and in Mos Eisley, and talks to dude about the job, he leaves Baby Yoda by himself, and Baby Yoda gets out, and the little lady finds him and is like, well, I'm gonna take care of you, and I'm gonna charge your daddy extra or whatever, you know. And it's funny that the lady called him a womp rat before he left, because that's what he called Baby Yoda one time before they went to the sanctuary in last episode. And it's funny because I still feel like I don't know for sure, but I feel like people think when he takes that helmet off at night and stuff, he's a big Yoda head with big ears and stuff coming out, because they have never really seen, maybe they have never seen that species grow taller than Yoda. And you never know, there might be ones that do, you know, because we don't really even know that for certain, you know what I mean? We really don't know. But I think that's always funny to me. That might be a stretch, but I think that's funny, and I find that interesting that they may do that. So yeah, anyways, once he does that, he goes back to check on the ship, and then finds out that she has the baby, and he flips out. But then he realized that she's actually taking care of Baby Yoda and telling him that he really needs to get his shit together when it comes to watching children and stuff like that. So he realizes that, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna get right. But thank you, you know what I'm saying, to her. And then you see the iconic bikes from the prequels that your boy and in Return of the Jedi, they had them on Endor. And the ones that Leia and Luke were riding. But also, it reminds me more when it's on Tatooine of Anakin riding it to save his mother or whatever from the Sand People. And we also got to see, after they ride a long ways, they see the Tusken Raiders out there, you know, some of the sand folks, you know what I'm saying, out there. And we saw that my man Mando can actually communicate with them, so that is cool. It's cool that Mando knows a lot of different languages, a lot of different dialects, and he knows droid, he knows Tusken Raider, he knows what's another one that we learned? He knows Java. It's not really that good, but he knows it. So I think that's pretty cool that he knows all this different stuff. And I'm guessing as a bounty hunter, you kind of need to learn different languages and whatnot like that. But that was cool. So they get past them by Mando's quick wit, and able to communicate with them. And they go down, and then they see this, what looks like some dude got shot off a dubak, and it turns out it was a trap by, you know, Agent May. Agent May was getting them trapped. Now, she's not called Agent May in this show. You know what I'm saying? That is not her name. It's just, that's who she is to me, because I love Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Shout out to that. But anyways, Agent May has tricked them and is waiting to pop their ass with a sniper rifle from a distance. Now, what ends up happening, Mando goes down to check on his body and realizes too late that it's a trap. And she pops him, but she luckily hits him right in the Beskar, baby. Beskar don't have no effects. Boy, it's like, ding, that's it. You know, just go hit him. It might bruise up his insides or something if it hits it hard enough, but it was too far to do real damage. So he hits him, and he's like, well, I mean, I just got shot in the Beskar, to the young bounty hunter. And dude was like, well, I ain't wearing no Beskar. He's like, yep, you're not. And stuff like that. So he's like, well, what are we going to do? He's like, well, we'll go in the morning. You know what I'm saying? We'll go at night. We're going to wait it out and go at night. And he's like, well, why we wait? What if she makes the first move? And he's all like, bro, she has the high ground. You already know what time it is when a brother got the high ground in Star Wars. You better not try it. You better not try it. And we ain't worried about your power. We can underestimate you all day. We got the high ground, you best know. So they was worried about that. So they decided to wait the night out. And then we found out, like, even though Mando is flawed, this brother is very smart. You know what I'm saying? He got strategy. He knows what time it is. So they had these like flash grenades, basically, or more like flare guns. So they had these flare guns, basically, and they were shooting them in different times while they rode towards her, because if they shoot it at different times, it'll blind her. But of course, the young bounty hunter messes up and accidentally shoots it at the ground. So then this causes her to aim straight at my man Mando's bike, blasts it, so then he falls off. Then he shoots off his shot again, blinds her for the second shot, because she was about to take out the young bounty hunter. So he ends up sliding in and getting past her. Then after she gets readjusted, she shoots Mando, but luckily, Beskar baby hits the Beskar, no effect. Then after that, she looks to get the kill shot because she has the neck shot now. She's about to kill my man Mando, but young bounty hunter's right there to take care of business. So he's right there to stop her from doing that. But then we get to see Agent May, the cavalry, has arrived, boy. The cavalry comes out with the beautiful genius move. She takes out the bullet from the sniper rifle and throws it at him, knocking the gun out of his head, and it goes to work on his ass, right? Just bat, kicked him in the chest, knocked him down, was about to give him the kill shot, but luckily my man Mando was in the building. You know what I'm saying? Mando comes, stops all that crap, and tells her to, you know, lock herself up. So she has to put her own cuffs on, and now they're going back to the bikes. But then we remember that old girl popped my Mando's bike, so his bike's gone. So now they got to figure out what to do. So he decides, tries to tell the young bounty hunter to go get the dubak that they saw earlier that was, you know, the trap. But dude was like, nah, because I'm gonna leave you here with my #1 prize and my only ride and transportation. Nah, we're not doing that. So then Mando was like, all right, fine, I'll go get it. You know what I'm saying? So he goes, and they're both chilling. And now they're chilling all the way till the sun comes up. The sun comes up, and now the cavalry, aka Agent May, decides to trick dude into like letting her go to help him out and putting little seeds in his head. And also she tells him, which he didn't even know, that Mando betrayed the Bounty Hunters Guild, right? She's telling him this, so he's falling into this, and he's like, man, come on, B, come on. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know, but now he knows, so he's like, that might be smarter to do because he'll be worth way more than you are. But how do we know that's the right Mandalorian? Even though she was like, it's rare to see y'all and stuff like that. But she knows what happened because she brought it up before young bounty hunter cut her off. But now the opportunities arise to bring it up to him. So she brings it up, and he's like I said, how do we know which Mando it is? You know what I'm saying? Or Mandalorian in this case. And she was like, well, you'll know it when you see it because the prize that he stole from them is like some kind of child, and then it remembers that before they left on the job, he saw that child with that lady because it looked freakish to him because he did like a the hell kind of look to it, you know what I'm saying, that Baby Yoda. So he already has his wheels turning right now. So then he's like, you know what? All right. So then she comes up to, you know, let him take the cuffs off because he puts his gun away. And as soon as he gets up to her, bow, straight through the stomach, you know what I'm saying? Shoots her straight through the stomach. Now she's in pain, you know, probably bleeding out, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh man, come on. Another character dying in the first episode they're in. Like, can we have any other characters go to another episode, please? I mean, all these characters y'all keep putting in the little trailers and stuff, and y'all won't let them continue. Like, it's bugging, you know, most people. But it's okay, because I got a feeling. That these characters will come back. But anyways, I think they're gonna come back. And at the end of the episode, establish that. But first, let's get to what happens with Baby Yoda. So my man Mando finally gets back with the Dubak and sees Agent May died on the floor, dying or dead on the dirt. And I'm assuming she's dead because dude's like, whatever. Like, oh my God. But then he's like processing what's going on. So he gets back to where he dropped his ship off and the lights are all out. And the pit droids, they're like, you see them and they dip down and hide or whatever. So we know something's up. And then all of a sudden you hear that young bounty hunter talking about, hey Mando, you know what I'm saying? Look who's calling the shots now. And he walks out with the old girl that's watching Baby Yoda and Baby Yoda. But my man Mando ain't dumb, bro. He not dumb. He's very smart. So dude was like, put your gun down and put them up. Put your hands up, you know what I'm saying? Put them up. So he does that. He does like this. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing this, he does like this. and then he tells old girl to go cuff him. So she comes around, and then when she gets to the back of his hands, he actually has one of them flare guns again. Too smart, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, "You're not as dumb as you look." You know what I'm saying? Which is what's up, because this dude is on it at all times. And then he flashes, tricks dude, and I like that he kills him. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds weird, but I do like that he kills dude that's held in Baby Yoda, because nobody else with Baby Yoda. You fuck with Baby Yoda, you might die. You know what I'm saying? There might be a strong possibility that you will die messing with Mando and the baby, because you're not messing with the child. You're not messing with the child. I don't know what you got going on, but you're not messing with the child. So dude tried to do that and become legendary, and he ended up getting himself killed when all he had to do was just go back with Mando, and he would have got all he wanted. But then he died that day, messing around, getting tricked by Agent May, and that's the end of that man's story today because of that. So messed up. So then Mando pays off old girl, and I think she's probably going to be in next season, if anything, if not at the end of the season. But she definitely probably will be at the next season for sure, because she was like a cool little fun character. We don't need necessarily know any backstory, but if we ever go back to Tatooine, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go go holler at her or whatever. So he ends up flying off, and then the cliffhanger, the end credit. You know what I'm saying? The after credit scene. But it wasn't after credit scene, but it was the end of the episode scene. There's somebody walking up, and you can hear, like, you ever walk with cowboy boots with the little spurs on the back of them? It sounded like somebody's walking with those. Now, that leads me to believe that this could be, you know what I'm saying, Cad Bane. And if it is, I may have said that wrong, but whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If that is one of the goat bounty hunters of all time, one of the greatest of all time, Cad Bane. If it was him, that would be lit. You know what I'm saying? But it might be who ends up being in the trailers for, the future episodes, But we'll see. But it would be awesome if it's Cad Bane picking her up. But who's picking her up and why are they picking her up? She's probably going to survive because of this. Because normally if a person gets to a Star Wars character that's gotten wounded, lethally injured in an episode or a movie, mostly movies because it's the first time it's episodes. If this ever happens and somebody gets to them, normally they come back. They normally survive. So leads me to believe we're going to get Agent May back better than ever, which will be lit. And I want to know who got her and who's with her. That is the big question. But let me know how you feel about episode 5, chapter 5 of The Mandalorian. You know what I'm saying? The Gunslinger. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. I know a lot of people love the nostalgia and Tatooine, and I did love that stuff, but I didn't love the episode all together, like super love it, but I did enjoy it a lot. I did like it. But let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below and on these social media sites. Also, if you're new here and you're trying to join the swag team, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or hit it right here when it pops up on the side. Also, if you want to be the first of the swag team to see a video when it pops up on YouTube, make sure you hit that notification bell. It pops up when you subscribe. So once you join the swag team, boom, that bell will pop up. Ding, you click that and you'll never miss a video that pops up, whether it's on your cell phone, computer, tablet, whatever. It'll pop up in your notification bar every time I drop something on the channel. So don't miss out on the swag when it drops. Also, if you like this review of The Mandalorian Chapter 5, make sure you give this episode a big thumbs up down below. It helps with the channel. But if you didn't like it, I ain't tripping. Look at Jordan, I ain't pimping. But y'all, I did enjoy this a lot. I hope y'all loved it. I hope y'all loved it more than I did, because that's always awesome. But if you did like it or didn't like it, let me know in the comment section below and on the social media sites like I mentioned before. I love to have conversations with y'all about this stuff. This is what we do. This is what we love. So let me know how you feel about it. Let me know y'all different swag on it. And until the next video, I love y'all 3000. I'll holla. Peace.